So what is it that you want to sell? Something that you like or that you're interested in doing. You're going to be writing a ton about this. You're going to basically become a subject matter expert on whatever it is that you want to sell. So for instance, when I started ProHealthcareProducts.com, I didn't know a whole lot about physical therapy. I didn't know anything about how stethoscopes work or any of that stuff. So I had to just dive in and learn and understand that stuff, because a lot of what you're going to do to promote your site has to do with writing content about what it is that you're selling, whether it be like technical elements of it or use cases or things like that. So if you're going to get into selling something, then just make sure it's something that you enjoy, or again, having that attitude, hey, I'm willing to dive into this and learn as much as I can about this stuff. Ease of fulfillment. If you're selling $10 items that cost $50 to ship, you're going to have really low conversion on your site, or you're going to lose money because you're going to waste it on shipping costs that your customers are not paying for. Also, just take into consideration a return on your time. I found that products that are in like the $100 to $1,000 range, if you can go fulfill an order and you make $50 to $100 or more each time, then if you look at it almost on like like you're a contract worker for yourself, how much per hour do you want to pay yourself? I prefer to pay myself $100 plus per hour, because that's what my time is worth, so I can spend less time working and more time doing other stuff. Just one idea here: don't sell scrapbooking outlets that you have to hand count. That may seem pretty random, but that's something that my wife and I did. We bought a bunch of scrapbooking eyelets. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but back in the day, they used to use those to decorate scrapbooking pages. And we bought them from China. We had like a 2,000% markup on them. But when we sold them, we had to hand count them out. And so no matter what your markup is on the product, I found after we calculated a few of these things that we put together, that the most we could make was like $12 an hour, because we had to count these things out, and our time, basically, we got to the point where we were making a maximum of $12 an hour. So don't be fooled by things where, like, even for instance, if you're selling one-off type things where people only buy one of them and you make $1.50 on each one of them, well, the time that you spend fulfilling that order is just, there's a maximum that you can do. So I always consider, what is my time worth, and how much time is it going to take me to fulfill an order for this particular type of item, and I just make sure that it's as high as I want it to be. So for instance, one of the reasons why we sold the children's clothing store is because it would take maybe 15 minutes to fulfill an order, and you could make maybe $30 or $40 or $50 on each order. But the medical products, it took me about 5 minutes to fulfill an order, and I made on average about $100 per order that I fulfilled. So my time was a lot more better spent with the medical products.